Good morning, I'm Shelley with GunUp the magazine. I'm here at the A Girl and a Gun conference in Waco, Texas with IDPA Executive Director Joyce Wilson. Joyce, can you tell me what IDPA is doing here?
Well, IDPA is not necessarily officially here. I just came down to support Juliana and A Girl and a Gun. Obviously, we believe that we need more women in the shooting sports, so therefore I try to support any efforts that any of these organizations can come up with. And Julianne asked me to be the MC at their banquet last night, and so I just couldn't resist.
It was a lovely banquet too. Some great speakers there.
It was tremendous.
A lot of fun. So are you or IDPA doing anything else proactively to help women in the shooting sport?
We're always looking towards developing more programs for women in the shooting sports. One of the things that we're doing actually with A Girl and a Gun is we're going to hold one whole squad for the national championship to be given out to women from A Girl and a Gun clubs around the country as they participate in a Postal Match. We're also looking always to develop anything we can do to try to get more women in the shooting sports. It can be pretty difficult. Right now we're experiencing unprecedented growth in all facets of IDPA, and that includes women as well.
I think that the Postal Match idea is great. I think that's going to be a great hit, and it's such a wonderful opportunity for the women here that I see that are excited about getting that start in the shooting sports and learning about IDPA and getting into it. So I think that's going to be a really great thing for both A Girl and a Gun and IDPA.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you got here and how your development has been to get to where you are today?
My interest in firearms started much later in life. I was actually 34 when I fired my first handgun, and unfortunately it was in response to a bad divorce. But it's one of those situations where you have to look at some of the lemons that life gives you and make lemonade out of it. I started actually with USPSA because the club that I was at didn't have IDPA yet. IDPA wasn't formed. This was in 1995, early 96. As soon as IDPA came out, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, as a sport, because I was more interested in concealed carry than just games per se. And so then started participating in IDPA at the 2000 Smith & Wesson Winter. They called it the Winter Nationals, Winter Championship at that point. Was actually when Bill and I met, and then Bill and I got together, and the rest is kind of history. And I ended up in Arkansas, and somehow ended up in charge of IDPA now.
It's funny how that works. You just randomly end up in charge of things all of a sudden.
Exactly. It just happens.
That's funny. No, that's a great story. It's one that I can identify with too, I feel, on a lot of levels. So, well, thank you so much. I don't want to take up a lot more of your time.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. It's great that the media helps support Juliana and the efforts with A Girl and a Gun, because we've got to get that information out, and we've got to get more women interested.
We do, and now that I see what a great thing this conference is, I'm so excited about it, and everything that Juliana is doing with it.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.